Welcome back, Garden Fixers. It's so good to have you here with me today. And listen, today's video is going to change the way you look at your trash can forever, because we're about to turn what you normally throw away into stunning garden decor that people will think you bought from expensive boutiques. That's right. Get ready for 17 plus recycled and upcycled garden ideas that are clever, they're practical, and honestly, some are downright genius. Especially number 7. That one's so adorable, you'll want to make it immediately. And number 12, if you've ever struggled with remembering to water your plants or lugging heavy watering cans around, this little trick is about to become your new best friend. And as a bonus, I'm showing you how to turn an old colander into a hanging herb garden. No drilling, no complicated steps, just pure charm and creativity. Whether you've got a tiny balcony, a sprawling backyard, or just a sunny windowsill, these ideas work for everyone. Everything we're doing today is affordable, using things you already have at home, easy to make, no special tools or skills required, and kind to the planet. Every recycled item saves money and reduces waste. But before we dive in, if you love practical, creative gardening that doesn't break the bank, go ahead and smash that subscribe button and hit the bell icon. We're building an amazing community here at Daily Garden Fix, where every week we bring you budget-friendly tips, clever hacks, and projects that actually work. All right, my friends, grab your coffee, maybe some snacks, and let's start turning trash into garden treasure. Here's your challenge. Comment below which 3 projects you're making this weekend. Not 5, not 1, exactly 3. I'm reading every comment, and I want to see your commitment. Let's go. Idea number 1, boot planters. First up, those old boots hiding in your closet or garage, don't toss them. They're about to become the most charming planters in your garden. Here's what makes this special. Worn boots have character. The scuffs, the fading, the weathered leather, that's not damage, that's personality. And when flowers spill out of them, pure magic. Quick setup, clean boots with soap and water, poke drainage holes in soles using screwdriver, add gravel layer for drainage, fill with potting soil, plant trailing flowers like petunias or cascading herbs like thyme. Position by front door or hang from fence hooks using lices. I made a whole boot garden using family members' old work boots, rain boots, and hiking boots. Each one tells a story, and now they're covered in flowers. My neighbor Karen stopped by and asked where I bought them. When I told her they were my dad's old work boots, her jaw dropped. Quick question, would you use matching boots or mix different styles? I'm team eclectic mix, but some of you might love coordinated pairs. Tell me in the comments. Idea number 2, egg carton seed starters. Those paper egg cartons you throw away every week, perfect seed starting containers that cost absolutely nothing. Here's the genius part. When seedlings are ready to transplant, you cut out each section and plant it directly in soil. The carton decomposes naturally, feeding your plants. No root disturbance, no waste. Quick setup, cut lid off paper carton, fill each cup with seed starting mix. Drop 2 to 3 seeds per cup, mist with water, cover with plastic wrap for greenhouse effect, place in sunny window. When seedlings grow 2 to 3 inches, plant entire sections in garden. I start dozens of plants this way every spring. Lettuce, basil, zinnias, tomatoes. Last count, 47 plants from egg cartons I would have recycled anyway. That's $47 saved at minimum. Who's starting seeds right now? What are you growing? Drop your seed list in the comments because I love seeing what everyone is planting. Idea number 3, tin can herb garden. Soup cans, tomato cans, any metal cans become instant herb containers. But here's how we make them look expensive instead of trashy. Quick setup, remove labels and clean thoroughly. Hammer and nail, creating 3 to 4 drainage holes in the bottom. Here's the upgrade. Wrap cans in burlap, paint with chalk paint, or cover with decorative contact paper. Add twine or ribbon around rim, fill with soil, plant 1 herb per can. Group on windowsill or outdoor shelf. I wrap mine in natural burlap tied with garden twine, then stenciled herb names in white paint. They look like they came from anthropology. Total cost, $3 for burlap that wrap 12 cans. Paint question time. Would you go rustic neutrals or bright pops of color? I'm seeing the vision for both styles. What matches your space? Tell me below. Idea number 4, CD bird deterrent mobile. Old CDs nobody uses anymore? They're brilliant garden protectors that sparkle in sunlight. Quick setup: collect 6 to 8 CDs, tie fishing line through center holes at varied lengths, attach to a stick, branch, or wire hanger, creating a mobile. Hang near vegetables or berry plants. The spinning reflective surfaces scare birds away without harming them. Bonus, they catch sunlight, creating rainbow effects across your garden. I hung 3 of these near my strawberry patch. 0 bird damage this year compared to losing half my berries last season. The CD mobiles work, and they're oddly pretty when sunlight hits them. Bird problems in your garden? What's your biggest pest issue? Birds, rabbits, squirrels? Let me know, and maybe we'll tackle that in a future video. Idea 5. Broken teacup succulents. Chipped or cracked teacups from thrift stores or your own collection become the sweetest tiny planters. Quick setup: clean cup thoroughly, add small gravel layer, fill with cactus or succulent soil, plant mini succulent like echeveria or string of pearls, water sparingly, display on windowsills, shelves, or grouped as centerpiece. Here's what I love. Mismatched vintage teacups grouped together tell a story. Some from grandma's china, some from thrift stores, each one different but somehow working together perfectly. I made 15 of these as gifts last Mother's Day. Every single person asked where I bought them. When I said I made them from broken cups, they wanted the tutorial. Well, now you have it. Do you have teacups you can't use anymore? Or would you hit thrift stores specifically for this project? I want to know your sourcing strategy. Idea 6. Hanging shoe organizer vertical garden. That fabric shoe organizer taking up closet space? It's about to become a vertical strawberry farm or herb wall. Quick setup: poke small drainage holes in each pocket, fill pockets 3/4 with potting soil, plant 1 strawberry or herb per pocket. Hang on sunny fence or wall using existing loops. Water from top, letting moisture trickle down. This is brilliant for small spaces because you're growing up, not out. I fit 12 strawberry plants in 2 square feet of wall space. 12 plants that produce fruit at eye level. No bending, no kneeling. Strawberries or herbs? What would you fill yours with? I'm thinking my next one might be all culinary herbs. Basil, oregano, thyme, parsley. Imagine having a living spice rack on your patio wall. Idea 7. Ladder shelf planter with fairy lights. This is the adorable one I promised. An old wooden ladder becomes a magical tiered garden display, and at night, pure enchantment. Quick setup: clean ladder and optionally paint in soft color, like white, sage, or pastels. Place boards across steps if needed, creating flat surfaces. Arrange plants by weight, heavy bottom, light top. Weave battery or solar fairy lights around the ladder frame. Position on porch or patio, turn on the lights at dusk. I painted mine soft white and filled it with pink geraniums, trailing ivy, and herbs. At night, when those fairy lights glow, it looks like something from a fairy tale. My granddaughter calls it the magic garden ladder. People stop to photograph it. Seriously, I've caught neighbors taking pictures from the sidewalk for a $15 project using a ladder I found at a yard sale. Paint color debate? Neutrals or bold colors? Would you do classic white or something unexpected like turquoise? I need to see what you'd choose. Idea 8. Gutter garden lettuce wall. Rain gutters, mounted horizontally, become the perfect shallow beds for lettuce and greens. Quick setup: clean gutters and seal ends with caps or corks. Drill small drainage holes every 8 inches. Mount to fence or wall at comfortable height using brackets. Fill with potting mix. Plant lettuce, spinach, or herbs 4 inches apart. Water gently with a spray bottle or small can. This changed my salad game completely. I mounted 3 gutters on my fence at chest height. Now I walk outside and harvest fresh lettuce without bending over. My back thanks me, and my salads have never been better. What greens would you grow? I rotate lettuce varieties, but spinach and arugula work great too. And imagine having fresh microgreens growing right at eye level. Idea 9. Colander hanging herb basket. Kitchen colanders with built-in drainage holes, they're already perfect planters. Quick setup, line colander with cocoa liner or burlap, preventing soil escape. Fill with potting mix, plant trailing herbs like oregano, thyme, or mint, attach chain or cord to handles, hang from hook or shepherd's crook. I spray painted mine soft pink and planted it with lemon thyme and trailing rosemary. It hangs by my kitchen door, and I snip fresh herbs while cooking. The colander's holes provide perfect drainage, and it has this vintage farmhouse charm. Would you paint yours or leave them natural metal? I've seen them look gorgeous both ways. What's your style, rustic or colorful? Idea 10. Vintage chair planter. Broken chairs with missing seats become whimsical flower thrones. Quick setup, find old chair with damaged or missing seat. Clean and optionally paint, place wire basket or bowl in seat opening, line with cocoa liner, fill with soil, plant cascading flowers like petunias, million bells, or trailing lobelia, position in garden as focal point. These chairs look like they came from a storybook garden. I have 3 positioned throughout my yard, one near the path, one by the shed, one in the flower bed, each planted with different color schemes. My favorite is an old wooden dining chair painted white with hot pink petunias spilling out. It looks like a flower throne fit for a garden fairy queen. Guests always stop to take photos. Seriously, I've caught neighbors taking pictures from the sidewalk for a $15 project using a ladder I found at a yard sale. Paint color debate? Neutrals or bold colors? Would you do classic white or something unexpected like turquoise? I need to see what you'd choose. Idea 11. Mason jar greenhouse. Mason jars flipped upside down create mini greenhouses for seed starting. Quick setup, fill small cups or yogurt containers with moist seed starting mix. Plant 2 to 3 seeds per container, label with plant name. Place clean mason jar upside down over each cup, creating dome. Set on sunny windowsill, remove jars once seedlings sprout. This is old school wisdom that works perfectly. The glass traps heat and moisture, creating ideal germination conditions. I start tomatoes, peppers, and basil this way every spring. My grandmother taught me this method using jelly jars, and I still use it today. There's something satisfying about watching seeds sprout under glass domes. What seeds would you start in jar greenhouses? Flowers, vegetables, or herbs? Tell me your seed starting plans. Idea 13. Pallet vertical garden. Shipping pallets become gorgeous living walls for herbs, flowers, or succulents. Quick setup, clean pallet and sand rough edges. Paint or stain if desired. Staple landscape fabric to back, creating pockets. Fill pockets with soil. Plant herbs or flowers in each space. Lean against wall or secure upright. Water from top, allowing gravity to help. I painted mine soft mint green and planted it with culinary herbs. It leans against my garage wall, creating a living herb garden that takes up 0 ground space. And the vertical orientation means I can grow 20 plants in the footprint of 1 traditional pot. And it looks intentional and designed, not DIY cheap. Where would you put a pallet garden? Balcony? Patio wall? Fence? And what would you plant? Herbs, flowers, or succulents? Drop your plan below. Idea 14. Tire pond water feature. An old tire becomes a mini pond, attracting birds, butterflies, and peaceful vibes. Quick setup, clean tire thoroughly, line interior with pond liner or thick plastic, trim edges and tuck under tire. Add clean water, float aquatic plants like water lettuce, place decorative stones around edge. Optional, add solar fountain for bubbling water sound. This surprised me more than any other project. A tire shouldn't look this good, but somehow it works. The black rubber disappears, and you just see water, plants, and visiting birds. I positioned mine in a corner of my garden, and it's become my favorite meditation spot. The gentle water sounds, the birds stopping for drinks, it's peaceful in a way I didn't expect from a tire. Would you add a fountain for sound or keep it still and simple? I'm team gentle bubbling water, but simple ponds have their own quiet charm. Idea 15.
Cinder block bench garden. Cinder blocks and wooden planks create a bench with built-in planters. Quick setup. Stack blocks on each end, creating bench legs, holes facing up. Place wooden boards across blocks, forming seat. Fill block holes with soil and plants. Add cushions for comfort. Position in garden, creating sit and garden spot. This is practical genius. You get seating and planting space using the same materials. I planted mine with trailing succulents and herbs that cascade from the block holes. The bench sits in my garden, perfect for morning coffee or evening relaxation, and I can literally reach over and pinch fresh herbs while sitting there. What would you plant in your bench blocks? Flowers for color, herbs for function, or succulents for low maintenance? I want to hear your planting strategy.
Idea 16. Plastic bottle drip irrigation. Empty soda or water bottles become slow-release watering systems. Quick setup. Poke 4 to 5 tiny holes in bottle cap using a pin. Cut bottom off bottle, creating reservoir opening. Fill with water. Screw cap on. Flip upside down, pushing bottleneck into soil near plant base. Water slowly drips out over 2 to 3 days. Perfect for vacation watering, forgetful moments, or just taking a break from daily watering routines. Your plants stay consistently moist without you lifting a finger. I use these for my container tomatoes and peppers during hot summer weeks. They drink so much water that daily watering was exhausting. Now, bottles handle it automatically. Going on vacation soon? This is your plant-saving solution. Set up before leaving and come home to happy, hydrated plants instead of crispy casualties. Idea 17. Book planter. Damaged hardback books become unique succulent planters, blending garden and library vibes. Quick setup. Open book, leaving 20 to 30 front pages intact. Cut rectangular hollow through remaining pages using a craft knife. Brush cut edges with Mod Podge, sealing them. Line hollow with plastic, add small amount of soil. Plant tiny succulents, water lightly, display on tables or shelves. This is my conversation starter project. Every single person who sees it does a double take. Wait, is that a book with plants growing out of it? Yes it is, and it's amazing. I made mine using an old dictionary that was falling apart. Now it's a living art piece, combining my love of reading and gardening. Literature literally bringing life. What book would you sacrifice for this project? Something with a great title, a favorite genre? I'm thinking about using an old cookbook next. Herbs growing from a recipe book feels poetically perfect. 17 plus ideas for turning trash into garden treasure. From boots to books, tires to teacups, we've proven that beautiful gardens don't require expensive store-bought decor. But here's what I really want to know. Which 3 are you making this weekend? Remember the challenge from the beginning? 3 projects. Drop your list in the comments right now. And tell me, which one surprised you most? Was it the tire pond, the wine bottle watering system, the book planter? I want to hear what made you say, I never would have thought of that. If this inspired you, hit that thumbs up button. Share this with friends who love creative budget gardening. Subscribe to Daily Garden Fix and ring that bell because we've got more recycled garden magic coming every single week. Next week, we're doing Dollar Tree Summer Garden Hacks. You're not going to want to miss it. Until then, keep creating, keep growing, and remember, trash is just treasure waiting for a little imagination. Thanks for crafting with me today, Garden Fixers. Now go rescue something from your trash can and turn it into garden glory. I'll be watching for your photos. Tag Daily Garden Fix so I can see what you create. Happy upcycling, everyone!